Hello, this is Gerald Jovans. Let's focus upon another word with a demonstration how a word with its letters really is about the interpretation of how we see the thing that is expressed in this word. There's this theory behind it, so where you can check it out again anytime with the three categories that are dominating to pick out certain letters. Is it more about the range of focus? Is it more that we follow up its directions and changes, or do we really have starting points? All of these categories fit to certain letters for reasons that I can explain as well, and we find out in this way also that all these letters are about picking out points of elements, follow up certain changes in a time frame, or really are about we just see only a small part, and so let's have a definition that can make us realize what part that do we really see, or what is the thing that we do not. And is about is a word which is picking out any of these letters of these categories to describe actually what it's describing, or how we see the thing that is described. So within these three categories, the and will lie. And within these three categories, the and will be described. How much do we need to have points that define the fixed thing, so the thing itself? How much do we follow its directions, and which kind of directions? Or are we limited actually that in seeing what we have, and it's a more complex thing that is about things that have an effect onto our full environment, and it's not just about an object about movement. I already tell you beforehand, the third category will not be used. It's not about that. It's not about something general, something abstract, about something that influences us in a bigger way. No, it's not that. We only need for describing and positions and directions. The positions, of course, are here, so we pick out the positions from things that are quite nearby from what we are looking towards the space, to what we have there, where we can start from easily as fixed points. And the first letter is that fixed point. We pick out a point of reference, which is focusing itself towards that, trying to find the fixed point of focus, and it lies before us. It's very direct, and we separate a choice of picking out that starting point as that object of focus, or entity in this case, which makes up our first letter. All the letters from the first category are about starting points of focus and about trying to have a fixed thing. Really is trying to find that fixed starting point. The next letter, it will be the letter N, so it will be from the second category. It will be about direction. What kind of direction will we give it? What kind of direction will it perform? It will show a certain change, in this case also of that starting point, which moves or which shows a change. And the letter that has been chosen from that category is a letter N, which is from the first level, and the first level also starts from space, so it is also moving away in space. So we can have this perspective towards the focus to the horizon. After the horizon, we have all the timings of the stars and the suns and whatever what we see there. It's all about timing underneath, all about spatial references that are fixed. The flat Earth idea, by the way, all what is fixed that we consider to be fixed, where we do not deal with changes. This is the perspective that goes towards that point of meeting point there, where we have a meeting point between space and time, as a matter of speaking, in its infinite point. But that's another chapter. The n is that moving away from space. So we start from a separate object of focus or entity, what lies before us, and it's moving away. It's moving away towards a different space. The extra annotation that you also get with n is that n is used from the also three categories in a horizontal way. The first letters that are fixed there are about starting points. The next couple letters in that category are about how material develops and how the whole developing process is seen there, and of course the conclusion. The 1, 2, 3 rule in there as well. So what do we have in that n? It's not just a direction which goes up or which goes vertically from a certain viewpoint onwards. It goes away, so it also goes away from space, and there it will find direction, also direction in its material. An engaged function, actually. It's much more than a function. It also receives a content of a function. To receive its function will do something. It will do something with its moves. It will do something with its engagement towards that other space. And the last letter is the letter T, which is from the first category. So it is placing itself in a placement, towards a fixed point. It goes towards a position, a placing position, a definition. We will have the definition of a function. So the middle categories are really about, you see, they're all about filling in itself into a position in space. The next level, the letter N, will be about finding a direction as well, and a definition of its function that will also be filled in. Simply said, from the position of the human itself, is nothing more than we see an object before us, very nearby. It moves to another space, and we know it will also have, when it moves to a different point, a specific point, that where it will be placing itself away, it will have a function in doing so. It will give it a content of and purpose as well to do so. We see that ant, but very simply said, it's just moving away from us to another point further away. That basic thing of that point that moves away from us is the basis actually of that word in 3 letters. It should be more or less enough, so I'm not going to overanalyze this again. So what it also could be, no, it's that point of reference where we recognize something. Hey, it moves away, as the definition of ant in these 3 letters. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye.